Okay. So yesterday we have seen TE, right? Today we'll see TV. Okay. Today we will try to complete TV, SE and EX. Okay. Now, so let's go to TV here. Okay. Now, so here as like same yesterday process only. Okay. So these are the so TV is the data set that we have to create, and in that particular data set, this study ID, these are nothing but the variable names. Okay, like these are the variables that we have to create, and these two are the two different columns that we have to use to derive the values, data values for that variables. Okay, now so let us take that, start writing the program. So remember yesterday program,
Yeah,
data,
data TV.
yeah, data TV. So these are the variables, right? So let us check, like, do we have enough information to create the to to derive the data values for particular variables or not? Okay. So remember from day before yesterday session, variables are divided into two different types. I told you, one is core variables and the other one is role variables. Coming to the role variables, in that we have required, permissible, and expected. So what I told you about required variables, that particular variable should be present in the data set, and that variable should not have any missing data values as like this. Uh, for example,
Mandatory.
yeah, mandatory, yes. Suppose say that if we are calling name as the uh, required variable. Okay, so name is the required variable. It means this variable should be present, variable as in this column should be present in the data set. Okay, and at the same time, under this name, these all are nothing but the data values, right? None of the data values should be missing. Okay, so that is what required variable. Coming to the expected variable, suppose say that if you are calling age as the expected variable, this age column, this variable should be present in the data set, but it can contain like missing values. I mean the data values can be missing, not a problem. Okay, but that column must be present in the data set. Coming to the permissible variables, whether it is present, that permissible variable, suppose say that height and weight we are calling as the permissible variables, even though if these two columns are present in the data set or if they are not present in the data set, that doesn't matter. Okay, so got the difference clearly between required, expected and permissible variables?
Yes,
Yes,
Pavani.
Pavani.
Okay, now let us check that so these all are the variables that we have to keep in that data set, right? So let us check whether we have enough information to derive the data values or not. Okay. For study ID, we have enough information, right? This one. For domain, visit DY. But if you see here this ARM code, we don't have any information. Then how do you create this variable? We can't create that variable. So in this case, let us check what type of variable it is. Permissible variable. So coming to the permissible variable, whether it is present in the dataset or it is not present in the dataset doesn't matter. So let's not create this. Similarly, arm. For this also we don't have any information, and then it belongs to the permissible category. So we can ignore this variable also. Okay. And rest all we have the information. See here, for end rule also we don't have it, and then it is a permissible, so we can ignore creating. Okay, so now these are the variables that we have to create. Okay, study id equals to domain equals to So visit number equals to, here what they have given, 1 to 5 per visit, right? So 1 to 5, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different values we have, right? So which value you will be assigning? Let us check the dataset structure for TV, right? TV. So what they're saying, 1 record per planned visit per arm. So 1 record per planned visit per arm, as in how many planned visits do we have here? Planned visit or visit, anything is same, right? How many visits or how many planned visits do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 visits, right? So 5 planned visits, 5 into, okay. So here what they are saying as the data structure, 1 record per planned visit. So here how many values do we have? 5 planned visits. So 5 observations, right? 5 observations or 5 records, okay. And how many arm codes? For each arm code, again, it will be multiplied, no? We don't have any arm, so not a problem. So how many observations in total we'll get?
5.
5 observations, okay. So first we'll start creating for 1 to 5, no? The values are 1 to 5. Yes. So first we'll take 1, and then for next observation we'll take 2, okay. And then for next observation we'll take 3. So as I told you yesterday, it will be in sequence only, okay. So visit 1. Now visit dy, okay, equals to -7. The first value is -7, equals to the first, here the first value is start of screening, okay. This is done. Now, and first we have to send this to the output data set, no, to create the first observation. Now to create the second observation, again follow the same. So even though if you create these two or if you don't create these two, that doesn't matter, because the same values for all the observations, right? Okay.
Yes.
Output method
Yes.
concept. Visit number 2. Visit 2. I'll just check. 1 to 5 is 2. Visit 2, 0. Next one is baseline first intake. So yeah, my recording. Yes. Now visit 3, 3, 7. Putting final visit. Visit 5, 5, 21, Next one is early discontinuation visit. Okay, that's all. Now, how to assign the attributes?
By attribute.
Yeah, attrib.
Attribute.
By using the attrib, we'll assign. Okay. Since it is the Excel, we can take that advantage, concatenation. Okay. Or else we have to, like as shown in the previous session, we have to do it manually, like write everything manually. Okay. Concatenate. Sorry, okay, comma. Label equals to identifier, comma. Length to comma. See? Yes. Okay. So now assign the attributes. Okay. So visit dy is numeric value, right? So leave it. Visit number is also numeric. So remove the dollars. Okay. Check the log. Length of the actually for new no. Let us check here the format. For visit dy, see visit number is numeric. Visit dy is also numeric. Remove the length. Basically for numeric values we don't require the length, right? Check the log. 5 observations and 6 variables. Okay. Work library. See, with all the 5 visits, we calculated the. If you want to view the column labels, we are viewing the column labels. If you want to view the column names, go to view and choose the option column names. Okay. Clear with PV? Shall we go to the next one?
Yes, Pavani.
Okay. Yes. So today, like creating all this SDTM datasets will be very easy. Okay. Because of same pattern. Okay. Now the next one is so the next one is SC will see. Okay. So we can create all the SDTM datasets in the same pattern, but I don't have the enough raw data. Okay. So in the organizations, like we'll have the complete raw data, but here I have only like some part of the raw data, but not the complete one. So that's when like I have like depending on the raw data that I have like searched like what are the SDTM domains that I can create. So let's take SC. Now moving on to this SC. Anyway, we don't use this nodes and these all we don't use it, right? So let us hide so that we can view the rest of the part clearly, like in one go. Okay. So when we are creating SC is the domain data set and these are the different variable names that we have to put in, right? Now let us check when we are creating these variables, can we derive, so do we have the enough information to derive the data values for that variable or not? So that is the first step to do. Study ID. We have domain, view subject ID. Sequence number need to be derived. See? Okay, so we can derive the sequence number. Everyone remember the first dot and last dot? Dataset option.
Yes.
Okay. Now, ETCD. element. Okay. Now, what is the next one? SEUPDES. So if you observe here, SE is the domain name and UPDES is the dataset name. Sorry, variable name. Okay. So that we can easily say that this variable belongs to this SE domain. So we don't have enough information to provide the, to create the variable, right? And to derive the data value. So ignore this one. We can derive. We have the information. We have the information. This one. We have the information. Oak. We have the information. Okay. Now, so these are the two variables. We can assign direct values, right? So we'll get the same values for all the observations. But for use subject ID, in order to create this variable, if you observe here, so this is the formula that we have to follow, right? So study ID value we have. It is concatenating with hyphen and it is concatenating with strip is the character function which will remove leading and trailing blank spaces. Okay. Now stud set. But what is this stud set variable? Look at this data map column. What they are saying? Stud set
Yes,
is the variable that is present in SVDTC dataset. This SVDTC is nothing but the raw dataset. Okay. So I have that raw dataset with me. I'll send it to you as well. Okay. Don't worry. So we have to take the data from, we have to take this stud-set variable data from this SVDTC dataset. So here I have already bought the data into SAS by creating the library clinical. Okay. So SVDTC. Open it. Now stud-set. See, this is the variable. Okay. So this variable we have to copy. Generally, how do you copy one? How do you copy the data from one SAS dataset to the other SAS dataset?
by using the lib name.
No, no, no. See, by using the lib name, if we have this
By
SAS
using set
dataset
statement.
in our computer in some of our computer memory, we can bring that data into SAS. But how do you copy
Okay.
data from one SAS dataset to the other SAS dataset? Using set statement.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So using that. So statset is the variable that we have. Now what is the next variable? And it is concatenating with hyphen 0. So not a problem. Next, strip of substr of pt. pt is the variable again. So what they have provided about that pt variable information? This pt variable, they are saying that it is present in svdtc dataset, right? Now, let us check for that variable in this svdtc. pt we have. Okay. So we'll take these two variables, these two columns we'll copy from this SVDTC into that SE dataset by using set statement. Okay. So subject ID we can create. Sequence number we will create. I'll tell you what is the formula that we have to follow in order to create the sequence number. Okay. We'll create at the end. Now, next one is ETCD. Coming to this ETCD, see here what they are saying, 1, 10, 20 equals to base 30 equals to treat 40 equals to FU, they are saying. But where we have this 10, 20, 40, 30, from where do we get that values? See here again data map. From SVDTC dataset, refer to the visit variable. Okay. This is SVDTC dataset, refer to visit variable. See here visit. So here we have this 10, 20, 30, 40. So what you do is, if visit equals to 1 or 10, okay, then etcd equals to screen. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If visit equals to 20, then etcd element code equals to base. So like this we have to write the condition. We'll write that condition. Now the next one is element. With element also it is same, right? If visit equals to screening, then element equals to 1 comma 10. Sorry, if visit equals to 1 comma 10, then element equals to screening. We can write that condition. Now SEDTC, like this variable, refer to VIS underscore D, right? See here, we have that variable. So we can take directly the data from this column. Now the next one, this also same. So we can take it. Now TAE TORD. Now if you see here, screen equals to 1, base equals to 2, treat equals to 3, FU equals to 4. Where we, for which variable we assigned this data values, screen, base, treat and FU?
ATCD, right?
Yes. Okay. So now if ETCD equals to screen, then 1. If ETCD equals to base, then 2. Okay. So like this we have to assign. Epoch equals to follow the same sequence. Okay. So if TAE TORD equals to screen, then epoch equals to screening. If TAE TORD equals to base, then also treatment epoch equals to. If TAT TORD equals to treat, then also epoch equals to treatment. Okay. So follow the same sequence. Okay. So now you got it, right? Shall we start creating the data set?
Yes.
Yes.
Now close this. So data SC. Okay. So let us take the list of variables that what we have to create and to derive the values. Now study ID equals to, this is the direct value, right? So assign. Domain equals to, okay. U subject ID equals to, but these variables data we have in SVDTC dataset. So right here set from, I'll copy this raw data into work library, okay? Because I have only that raw data set. So if I modify, we can't retrieve the data. Okay. So SVDTC. Now set from, I'll say SVDTC. Okay. Sequence number will create in the end. Element code. Okay. So element code is nothing but if visit equals to 1 comma 10, then how do you write the condition for that? So write if visit in, can I write like this?
Yes.
Then etcd equals to screen. Okay. Again, else if,
Visit is equal.
yeah, visit, I can write the same statement, right? And we can just modify, no? Else if visit in 20, visit in 20, then etcd equals to base. Visit in 30, 40, treat and FU. Okay. Now this is done. Coming to the element. Element also same condition, right? If visit in 1 comma 10, then screening. Based on the same condition, if you have to create multiple variables, then you can make use of do. Then do. Same here also. Then do I'll copy these two. This equals to baseline. And then do element equals to treatment. Okay. Now, if this is the case, element code, then do follow up. Okay. So element is also created. What is the next variable? SC which is nothing but we can directly assign this format, right? Sorry, this variable vis underscore d. Okay, equals to vis underscore d. This also equals to vis underscore d. But let us check the format. Okay, date no. So ISO 8601. ISO 8601 format is nothing but YYMMDD. Okay, YYMMDD. So, and what they are saying here, data type is character data type. So how do you convert a numeric value to a character value? Making use of the put function, right? So right here put of vis underscore d comma YYMMDD 10 dot. Okay, put of vis underscore d comma YYMMDD 10 dot. Okay, now TAE TORD. So for which variable we assign this screen, base, treat and FU? For ETCD, right? So right here, if ETCD equals to screen, but rather than writing again another condition, what you can do is, how you got the screen value? If visit equals to 1 comma 10, then you assigned screen, right? So indirectly, if A equals to B and B equals to C, indirectly A equals to C, right? So apply the same distribution law. Hello? Hello? To see, we apply the same condition here. Okay. So, so what you do is create the same variable. Okay. Here also it is same, right? For epoch also it will be the same. Okay. Equals to 1 and epoch equals to screening. No. Oh, here, okay. Epoch equals to treatment. Okay. Now, copy these two here. Because one is screening. Okay.
How to change that element is equal to screening?
Where?
Here, above that at TORD.
Which one?
Element is equal to screening.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. 3. Epoch equals to treatment. Now the next one is TATORD equals to 4 and epoch equals to follow up. Okay.
Yes.
So this is done. Epoch also is done. So run. That's it. How do you assign the attributes? By using attrib, right? Attrib. Just now we have written the formula for what? TE or TV. TV. Yes. Copy the formula. Write for SC. Okay. Check log. Okay. SC we have to create. No, we'll create. And next, one more thing here. Since we are copying all the data from SVDTC, set SVDTC, so it will copy all the data from this SVDTC, right? Which we don't require. We require only whatever variables that we are creating, only that variables we require. So let us keep only that variable. Okay. Now, sequence number we have to create. So data SC, okay, set SC. So the rule to create the sequence number is within the subject ID, okay, for the same subject, okay, for the same subject, as in for the same subject is nothing but here the patient, right? Patient or the population, whoever. So for the same subject, he will be having multiple visits. See, uh, hmm. See, for the same subject, we will be having multiple visits as in multiple element codes. See here, like screening, first next baseline treatment, then actual treatment, and then follow-up. These are the 4 different phases that he has for that every subject has, right? So based on that, we have to assign the subject ID. For suppose if a particular subject is attending for all the 4, for screening, baseline treatment, and follow-up, then suppose say that subject 1 is attending for all the 4, then the sequence number should be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for that subject. Suppose say that subject 2 is attending only for the 3, only for screening, baseline, and then for follow-up. In that case, it should be like 1, 2. He is not attending for 3, it will be missing, and then it will be 4. Okay, because he is not attending for the actual treatment, but he just attended for the follow-up. Okay, suppose say that a particular subject is attending only for screening, then the sequence number should be 1. So clear how to assign the sequence number? Hello, 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 are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
there.
Pavani.
Yes. See here.
Yes.
Okay. So in order to assign the sequence number, they will be providing us the information like this. Okay. See, sort by, like they will be giving this pseudocode, like how we have to do that. Okay. The pseudocode is this: sort by subject ID, start date, element code, and then 1 to n within the subject ID. Okay. So why they have given here sort by means whenever we are using this first dot or last dot, we have to sort by that variables, right? So here these are the three key variables. Okay. Now 1 to n within the subject. Suppose take that we have like the subjects, like we are taking like the subjects as 101, 102 and 103. Okay. So now 1 to n within the subject ID they are saying, right? If you look at the element code, how many element codes do we have here in SC? Where is element code? Huh. How many element codes do we have in SC? Screen, base, street, and follow up, right? Which means ideally every subject should take all these four element codes. I mean all these four phases every subject should take.
We can't see.
Yeah, Pavani.
Pavani, we can't